Messaging app Line user growth falls off a cliff. Virtual reality really needs to cut the cord. Instagram copies Snapchat curation, and we're in China at TC Beijing. It's Monday, November 2nd, and this is Crunch Report. Hello everyone, welcome to TC Beijing, where we're having our very first Crunch Report ever conducted outside. So speaking of Asia, Line, which is one of this region's top messaging app companies, is back in the black after recovering its first quarterly revenue drop. The company's app grossed 32.2 billion Japanese yen, or about $267 million, in the third quarter of 2015, which is up 35% from a year ago and up 15% from the previous quarter. The company didn't reveal a profit or a loss, but the bigger issue here is user growth, which has flattened. Line is based in Japan, actually owned by Korean internet company Naver, says that it now has 212 million monthly active users. That means it added 1 million active users over the past 3 months, just 1 million. The previous quarter, 6 million, quite a drop. Yikes. Now, 3 months ago, CEO Takeshi Idezawa decided to concentrate on markets where Line has the best chance of being the #1 messaging app outside of its big markets in Japan, Taiwan, and Thailand. So, for example, Indonesia. Slowing growth by focusing on strong markets may help it monetize existing loyal fans through things like gaming and music streaming and payments and ride-hailing services. Does it all better than any other chat app. But the slow growth may also explain why Line keeps postponing its IPO. Over the Halloween weekend, Instagram did something right out of Snapchat's book. It curated content in a special feed for anybody who wanted to see a bunch of Halloween-based content from their friends or strangers, which makes it very different from Instagram's regular experience because users were watching videos without descriptions or the usual likes and comments. And it was just video, no pictures at all. So is this a big deal? Well, let's consider the trend. Twitter recently launched Moments that's designed to let users find all the best tweets around a specific event or topic without having to do any curation at all. And well before that, Snapchat developed the idea of the live story. That's users at an event or location or special occasion contributing content into that live story on Snapchat. Now, all three experiences offer more of that lean-back experience that doesn't ask a user to do anything but consume. So the future of something like, say, a hashtag might mean more and more curation from companies who want to cater to their growing user bases by spoon-feeding content to them. Well, I guess now is as good a time as any to tell you about Operation KKK, which is anonymous-led efforts to shut down the Ku Klux Klan. The group's main Twitter account is reporting that many KKK-related sites are already shut down, with more to come after an action planned for November 5th called Hoods Off. Remember the 5th of November, I assume there's some context there. For anybody not familiar with the Ku Klux Klan, it is classified as a hate group by the Anti-Defamationleague and the Southern Poverty Law Center and is said to have between 5,000 and 8,000 active members. Operation KKK wants to out at least 1,000 of its prominent members. Specifically, the group wrote that, quote, "After closely observing so many of you for so very long, we feel confident that applying transparency to your organizational cells is the right, just, appropriate, and only course of action." When it comes to VR, one thing's really got its work cut out for it, and that's virtual reality on a PC, because even though it's more powerful given the processing power of a gaming rig, it also requires being wired in. And VR and wires don't really mix in any sort of mainstream situation. Take Oculus's partnership with Samsung on the Gear VR. It's been touted as comfortable to wear, and of course, wire-free. And even though the flagship Oculus Rift headset release is highly anticipated for sure, the combination of needing to be wired and also needing an expensive gaming computer means it's probably going to have a much more niche audience. Now, earlier today, Oculus founder Palmer Luckey said as much, tweeting, "Cables are going to be a major obstacle in the VR industry for a long time. Mobile VR will be successful long before PC VR goes wireless." You heard it here. You know who's really taken over Facebook? The olds. Just kidding, Mom, you're great. But a company in Australia called Stitch wants to be the social network for anyone over 50 years old to find friends, companionships, or just find new activities to try because older adults want to do all sorts of things but might have a bigger challenge finding people to do them with. So it's less like a dating app and more like a group event type thing. Trivia nights or wine tastings, for example. Stitch currently has 20,000 active members and over 50 active communities. But it does follow some dating app models, for example, a $60 per year premium tier for unlimited profile views or boosted profiles or member-to-member phone calls because, you know, people over 50 love talking on the phone. Stitch says about 10% of signups are ending up converting to premium users. Not bad. The site was spun out from a startup called Tapestry, which was a tablet-based product for seniors to stay connected in retirement communities. Stitch raised a $1 million seed round in August with a Series A plan for next year. And that is the report for today. I'm Sarah Lane. It's kind of cold in Beijing this time of year. Now I know. Crunch Report airs every weekday at 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific, right here on TechCrunch.com. We'll be back at TC Beijing tomorrow. We'll be inside though, I think. See you tomorrow.